Queens were a better side today, missed chances and fantastic saves, fantastic goalkeeping in equal measures, I think. So, aye, you know, we're happy, Martin and I are happy to get away with the point, but certainly not happy with the performance, you know, and that starts with our own performance actually as coaches, you know, that, you know, we've probably obviously gotten it wrong today. So,
what would you have done different?
Well, I'll need to sit down, I'm not going to give you an emotional answer, but aye, I mean, you know, we'll look at it and I'll have a think about it tonight and see how I could have, because it's very similar to Hampden. Start the first 15 minutes there, you know, we're great, we're popping the ball around, playing good football, and then, you know, we stop playing football, and Queens were better at doing how that game turned out to be today, which was direct football in a battle, and they were better at it. So, aye, frustrated, but, you know, listen, it's a point, not ideal, but we'll take it.
Still only one defeat in what, is that 10 games?
Listen, there's a level of consistency there. When you're in these kind of runs, you know, teams often find a way to get a point or two. So we've done that today. We've found a way to hang in and get the point. As I say, you know, huge slice of luck with, you know, some endeavour as well. You know, the hard work was there. You know, they wanted to apply themselves, but just I thought the quality was lacking today. Apart from the goal, sorry, the goal was magnificent. Great ball for Danny and a good finish.
Any complaints with the penalty?
No, I don't think so. I didn't see it. I didn't see it in terms of, you know, how much contact there was, but I don't think there's any complaints. You know, my defenders weren't complaining, so I'll take for their body language that they probably felt it was a penalty. But you know, it's good play for Galty, running across the line, getting on the blind side of defenders. So credit to the forward player there.
It looked like just the guy struggled to pin Alan Gow down for much of that game. He had a big influence. Aye,
he had an influence. You allow that to happen. You know, and distances were poor between defence and midfield and attack, which stretches the game, and players like Alan Gow will drop into pockets of space because that's what they're good at doing. So, you know, he found that space and he executed it pretty well, but luckily for us, you know, that final ball or that finish for Queen's Park wasn't quite there.
Were you surprised how well they played given the run they've been on 9 without a win before today?
No, I thought, you know, I said to the boys it was going to be as difficult today as it was at Edinburgh, as it was at Peterhead, because every team in this league, they bring you different challenges and they're very competitive. You know, they're well organised, Marco's got them well organised, they've got some quality, and I think going forward, you know, they'll rediscover, you know, the results, because obviously as you see there, the commitment there for their players is definitely is there, you know, in bucket loads. So credit to Queen's Park today, they were the better side, so we've just got to take that in chin.
No, Cammy Thompson, was that a wee injury he picked up? Cammy
was sick, there was a few, but I'm not going to make excuses for our team today, because that's how, you know, that's not why we played how we played, but you know, we've had to take Ronan off at half time because he's sick. Cammy was sick, sort of sickness, diarrhea type bug. Ronan the same, Kenny Crichton the physio the same, Danny was feeling it at half time, and Ross McGeechy by the end of the game there. So listen, maybe reasons, but certainly no excuses. You know, we've given ourselves a good platform today at 1-0, and then we'll just stop playing. So that's a problem.
2 debuts today, Max Wright and Archie Thomas. Can you tell us a little bit about them?
Aye, Max Wright's come in there. I thought he did reasonably well. I've worked with Max, you know, at Annan and know of his qualities. I thought he'd done some good things, you know, but he's got to get to speed with the way we're playing and the team and different teammates. Archie came in and it wasn't a great game for the midfield, to be fair, you know, for Archie, but I thought he showed some signs of quality. There was some lack of miscommunication. I think you expect that sometimes with players that aren't familiar with each other. So there was a few times boys going for the same ball, you know, just really schoolboy type things that you don't think will happen. But at the end of the day, you know, they are young players as well. They're going to make mistakes, but I'll give them credit where credit's due. They've hung in there as a team today and they've dug out a point. So
4 new faces so far. Would you expect any more business this month?
I wouldn't think so. You know, I think we've sort of maxed out now, and you know, I think we go with what we've got, which I think is enough quality to keep us going in a positive trajectory.
Albion overs next week, which will be a difficult game as well, I'm sure.
I mean, well, you know, I'd imagine Albion were represented at the game today, so they'll certainly have seen a few holes to poke at, you know, but hopefully we can show those up and we can regroup and get into that game. You know, we are sort of a confidence and belief that the run we're on, you know, that we can keep it going. Certainly we'll go to Albion hoping to get a positive result.
You just a bit frustrated about today's performance overall?
Aye, I've just had, listen, I've been to Hampden, great arena. I didn't enjoy the game because we didn't play. And today, Queens have came here and they've been the better side, but we just didn't play after the first 15, and that's the most disappointing thing. So I'm slightly frustrated because I know the boys can play football. The fans that have been here can see, they've seen them doing it. So I'm disappointed, but you know, it is what it is. You can't always, we're not always going to play good, we're not always going to play wonderful football. But I certainly, you know, I need to make sure the players know that that wasn't acceptable to the levels that we want here.
Callum Ferry, a deserved man of the match?
Absolutely. I thought he was fantastic. I thought he made several saves, looked lively coming off his line a couple of times as well. You know, you could go on and on. I think there was a couple cleared off the line as well. I don't know who it was, but I mean, listen, he's by far and away our best player on the day, and you know, so credit to him for that. He's been excellent since he's come in and back from injury, and hopefully that form, you know, he'll continue that to the end of the season, and the rest of the boys come back to that level, because I'm sure we'll win games.